Hello, my name is Adiola. You're welcome to my channel. I'm here to give some tips to writers, especially new writers and those looking towards publishing, in order to give them a push towards their dreams. If you're one of them, stay with me as I share some ideas you might find very useful. I have been asked this question in my journey as an author. How do you know what to write about? In this video, I will suggest 6 ideas you may build on to write your book. These ideas will help you if you have a lot of ideas going on in your head and you do not know which one to write. Also, as a new or aspiring author, you might have written a very good piece, but the world is waiting to read, and you may be skeptical about publishing. Some questions that ran through my head before my first published book are: who would read my book? Will people buy it? How would I feel if people should laugh at or ridicule my idea? If you're feeling that way, you are not alone. Many writers ask the same questions before they publish. The tips I am about to share will give you the confidence to release your book to the public. So, let's get started. Number 1, write about issues in your society. One definition of literature that I love so much is this: literature mirrors the society. This means it tells the world about the current situation of things. Your writing should reflect such issues. You will agree with me that this year has been very eventful. The pandemic has affected people's lives in different ways. This is something to write about. You may write about how the pandemic has affected you either positively or negatively. Or you may write about how it has affected other people around you. Many people have pathetic stories, but there are people who have pleasant experiences as well. You may want to explore how the situation has affected your community. There are other issues affecting your community aside from the pandemic. Issues like injustice, prostitution, thuggery, fake prophets, violence, politics, rituals, poverty, inequality, and many more issues you can write about. You just need to plan and stay focused. Write about issues you are knowledgeable about. Based on your exposure, there might be certain issues that you know so much about or that have caught your attention. Write about this issue. The passion you have for it and your experience will reflect in your writing. Being a part of something gives you a first-hand experience. For example, if you have lived with a particular group of people for years, you might write about them as a case study. For me, I find it easy to do things that come naturally to me. I dislike forcing anything because it doesn't work for me. Writing about family life, love life, children, Christians, and more can come naturally to me because I live in this environment and I have a passion for such stories. You need to find your niche in writing. Number 3, write about issues you have researched. You may research a particular topic you want to write about. For example, you are writing a novel about a pilot and you're not one. How would you manage telling your story without saying something that a pilot does? This is where research comes in. You may read books, watch movies, or even interview a pilot. Authors have had to travel to places to gather enough information for their books. Number 4, provide solutions to your audience. In your writing, you might provide solutions to some problems you have noticed in your audience. Your audience is the category of people you're writing for or that you are hoping to read your book. An author once told me she was writing a book to answer questions that a particular age group of people usually ask. When you think you have answers that can solve some problems, you may put them into writing. Number 5, Write about who you are. I always introduce myself as a wife, a mother, a Christian, a child care provider, and an author. This has given me at least 5 things to write about. If you can introduce yourself as something, then you can write about it. Every mom can talk to you at length about raising children, but they would still tell you that tips from other moms can be very helpful. Therefore, don't think everyone knows what you have to share. Even if they do, reading in your book is a confirmation that they are not alone in their opinion. There are several people out there who need your expertise. People can do with the idea you are writing. 6. Write about your profession. There are lots of expository books out there. Yours could be one of them. The experience you have gathered in your profession might be the bedrock of your writing. For example, my recently published books are children books. The idea came from me being a child care provider. I have cared for and observed children for many years, and I could write about them. In conclusion, whether you are writing about yourself, other people, or about a thing, despite your genre, as long as it fulfills the purpose, you will find your audience because your piece will be original and it will make sense to your audience. How about you be your first audience? Have you read what you wrote? Can you explain why you wrote it? Does it make sense to you? If the answer is yes, because you are a human being and you have met your need, then some other people's needs have been met. I hope I've answered some questions. If you like this video and would like more of it, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until next time when I bring you more tips and tricks of writing for beginners, good luck with your writing.